folks, welcome back to the lab. Well, that is a new year, and with that, a new lantern project. This here, of course, is another D-Lite. I am in Dietz country, and well, I'm in lantern country, really. So this is a 1923 D-Lite, and it is very nice. It's in a very nice shape for 103 years old. So we're going to work on this. It's got paint on it, but we're going to, oh, I see, there's a little something going on there. Oh, there you go, all fixed. It's interesting. I've seen this on a couple other early 20s Dietz that is a little loose. Interesting. Okay, well, it probably just that year of production, it may have been a little issue with manufacturing, but it's not coming off or nothing, because that is all, yeah, that's all machined on there. It ain't coming off at all. But so this is gonna be nice, and I'm sure I can find a globe for it, and it's beautiful. Let's take a look at it and see what we are dealing with here. All right, well, here we go. Yes, black paint. Black paint. Okay. Well, that comes off. Excellent. That's a good start. It's a good start. I like, if you watch this channel, I don't like go in and look at all this stuff before you guys do with me. And I like, for content, I like doing that, going into things blind along with you. So this, as you can see, all dusty and dirty, and this is the way it's been hiding under the table for a couple of months. All right, well, let's see. Get one of my little patented pegs. Get that out of the way. See if this comes off. All right, well, let's explore and see what is holding that on there. The cone is free, but the burner is not. And I just noticed something. This might not be the original burner in here. Or the cone is not original, but I'm pretty sure they had pass-through bayonet in the early 20s. In fact, let me look. Let's see. Well, here's a 1921 large fount. It has a pass-through bayonet cone, but no pass-through bayonet. All right, so I'm probably wrong. All right. Okay. Let's see. One more to look at here, just for the giggles. This here is a 1915 Wizard. Yeah, that one. Yeah, okay. This is totally different. Totally different animal right here. All right. Here's the 21 D-Lite. Let me see. Okay. Oh, what is that? What is that? What did they do? Holy smokes. Yeah, this, and that one's got a pass-through bayonet hole on it. So maybe that's something. Maybe they changed something. Maybe they're using old Wizard parts to make the D-Lites. And that's the deal with that. I don't know. Interesting. Okay. I just learned something. Well, I really didn't learn anything, actually. I don't know here. All right, so let's see if we can. I need to give this a little play.
Happy New Year to everybody from K3FF and W3TKT.
There we go. So what I'm doing, I'm just kind of experimenting and looking here while I see what it is I can do here. Okay, yeah, I definitely want to check. They're not here for easy, right? All right, so let's coil this baby up. Go, coil, go. I am a believer in this stuff, man. There we go. All right, getting it down in the seam. Okay, well that is, I can see the brush marks from the paint on there. So we'll get the paint off that. Yeah. All right, Croyle to the rescue once again. Ah. That's a relief. I hate stuck burners. I hate stuck burners because I hate having to, like, happen to destroy or put any kind of tool marks in the lantern or in the burner itself. Okay, this is going to clean up just fine. Okay, this will go to the bench grinder. We'll get that all cleaned up. There's all kinds of crap in here. Bug stuff. Yeah. Lots of bug stuff. All right, well, since we got to take paint off this thing, so all that stuff will be out of there. Wow, the inside of the tank looks great. Sadly, no fun surprise wicks in there. Okay, cool. Well, I see this little dent I wouldn't mind trying to get out. Let me give that a couple taps here. There. Alright. We got that resolved. Sorry I didn't have that on camera. I know it's sorry. Okay, well, I think now, I wonder how much paint the wheel will get off. It's pretty heavy in some spots here. Lots of carbon too.
Lower sideband, why don't you just like move into a sideband frequency, like as opposed to being near your window?
Okay, well, let's see. Let's get this sucker off. We got to get that cap off and fixed. All right. Okay, so we'll fix that. And we'll fix these, but you know what? I am not going to fix these until we are ready to put that cap back on. I have learned my lesson. Seems like whenever I get these fixed up right away, I do something where I snag it on something or do something and I make them worse. So I'm going to leave them just like that until we're ready to put this cap back on. But this here, we can get all fixed up nice. All right, great. All right, let me take this to the bench grinder real quick, and I'll be able to see if there's any more blemishes in there. But we're pretty much done with that. Yeah, we got it nice and flat. Very nice. Okay, so that'll go bench grinder. Now, let's see, so I'm not going to take this off. I would love to. I really would. but not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. It does make it a real pain in the butt to work around. But you know, when I first started doing these videos, it was just like the first thing I did was take the freaking crown off and take the globe plate off. I don't know why I did that. I thought that was like the, you know, the best way to get them cleaned up and stuff. But then I started becoming crazed about not putting tool marks and stuff. Just gotta clean up nice, man. This thing's in nice shape. I don't think that's paint. I could be wrong. I'll take a little bench grinder action. I'll be able to tell. So let's take this over the bench grinder. This looks like that's paint. Boy, oh boy. I just can't tell. It's not at the bottom. I know that. Yeah, there's paint on there. But bench grinder might get most of it. All right, so let's go play on the bench grinder. Yeah, we'll let the bench grinder do this work for me. I'm done doing sampling of things here. All right, so I'm gonna go to the bench grinder and let's see what happens. Boy, with this headlamp on, it looks like it's like silver paint. I don't know what's on here. There's something on here. All right, let's go to bench grinder and take a look. I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, well, it looks like it is not paint. Maybe it's just oxidation that made it look like layers of paint. It would appear that it is not paint. Okay, so yeah, there is a little oxidation. I thought that was layers of paint, but there is some oxidation here. Medium, I would say medium, and a little above medium. Oh, I'm just seeing now there's a little bit of rot. Little rot there on the globe plate, but it'll be all right. It will be just fine, but we'll clean it up. Those holes might get a little bit bigger. Well, there's one little hole there on this side of the globe plate there. All right, so let's take a junk bit to this. I think I'll do some junk bit, and then I'm gonna go have my dinner. All right. So, junk bit, there's still a little bit of action left in this one. Barely, but there is. Okay, let's go play. Okay, so I'm gonna go. This junk bit is shot. That's going in the trash. And I'm gonna go for a wheel here that's got a little bit of meat left on it. It'll do some stuff for us. It'll get in our seams and everything. I'm giving it a little bit of length so I can get in hard to reach areas. Okay, now, so yeah, it would appear that there is no paint on this thing. So, okay, so this, it looks like M423. So this was made in the main plant in New York City in April of 1923. Pretty cool. Okay, let's continue here. Wire wheel time. Well, yeah, this is looking real nice. Yeah, like I said, there's a little heavier oxidation back here. It's on the back side, so this thing was probably on a shelf or shit was coming down behind it. So a little heavier oxidation here and a little there. But this is going to clean up real nice. The bottom is immaculate and the inside of the fountain is immaculate. So this was obviously weather-related oxidation here. But I don't see any other real problems, really. We'll get these wires all cleaned up, and we're gonna do all this tomorrow. So this is looking all very nice. Nothing more I'd want to do to that. All right, maybe one more little tappy tap. I see right there. Maybe another little tap right about there. Maybe another little tap there. Okay, beautiful. All right, that is enough. So, I'm gonna go have my dinner and call it a night from the lab here. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll come back with my hands all nice and clean. And tomorrow's gonna come up just like. Okay, we're back. My hands are clean. Well, kind of clean because I've been Oh yeah, doesn't take long. Does not take long here in the lab. Okay, now Let's see, where are we? We're gonna go. I think we're gonna go pointy bit now and do some cleaning up. I know I had a pointy bit that was in pretty good condition. I may have just fried that up on another lantern. I think this is it. This is it right here. All right. Ooh, my fingertips are cold, man. It is cold. Ziggy, what's the temperature?
It's 22 degrees right now with a low of 21 and a high of 25 for the day.
Yeah, well, it's a little colder than that earlier, but it's cold in my lab for sure. Okay, now we're going to go pointy bit. I think we're getting pretty close to finishing up with the metal toolage. Then we'll go to nylon, and I think that'll do it. Looking nice. Definitely, yeah, this thing sat in the wrong spot for a long time. Because, like I said, bottom of the tank and inside the tank is pristine, but the top of the fount is got this heavy oxidation here. It's interesting. Yeah, I mean, out of all these lanterns, you know, I do, it's weird. It's weird, the some of the strange patterns of weathering that you see. All right, let's get to it with the pointy bit, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so I just got a shipment. I got a delivery of some 400 grit nylon bits. So we're going to use the 400 here, I think, on the fount. As it just needs a little bit more than the 800 can give it. So we'll do that. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll use that in the whole thing. We'll see how it looks. The oxidation's a little heavier here, and I haven't had 400s in a while, so the closest I had was a 320, and that's just a little too aggressive for most lanterns. Okay, here we go. 400 grit nylon bit here on the Dietz. Good here. I think we're going to steel wool it, and then we're going to get this whoops, we're going to get this crown put on. We're going to fix up those posts, and then we'll put this baby on there, and then we'll oil it up. All right, so let's get this baby ready for the crown. It is a heavy head that wears the crown. Is that how the saying goes? I don't remember. Ooh, yeah, this has got, ooh, boy, oh boy. This is a little tender. It'll be all right. One more bend and that's gonna break. But we're not gonna bend it anymore. No more bending. Nice. Okay, good. Yeah, you can see right across there in the middle. It's cracked. One more bend. Oof. All right. Let's get this baby on there and let me get my little... One, two. One, two, three, four. Very nice. Let me get my trusty chopstick. My trusty crown tab chopstick. I use this piece of bamboo so it doesn't put any tool marks on these things as I bend them. And it gives me a lot more control and feel for the part. Nice. All right, we'll give him a little tappy tappy. Excellent. I'm going to do a little touching up on the top of those little tabules because they were not worked on with toolage. Let me just clean them up real quick. Take me a sec. All right. Done with that tool and that tool. This one. Now, oh, I don't have a globe for this. I have a globe, but I haven't gone and grabbed one yet. I'm getting rid of all the steel wool dust that sticks in the corners, you know, when you're cleaning it off. Yeah, steel wool dust can easily start your lantern off rusting before it even has a chance to rust itself. All those little tiny fibers, which have insane surface area, would rust really quick. All right, now, linseed oil. Linseed oil brush, which is a little stiff. I don't think I cleaned it well enough the last time I used it. All right. Here we go. We're going to oil her up. I think this is going to look nice and dark and beauteous. Let's see how she looks. The bottom, yeah. Well, we're here to, this oil is here to protect it, but I really also like the way this oil makes the lantern look. It really brings its natural patina back out. and I will show you right here. Yeah, look at all that. Beautiful color and age. Still there, man. Still there. It didn't go away. Don't you worry. Darkens up beautifully. Now, right now in this condition, it looks very wet, and I hate that look. And I've seen people that put like some kind of clear coat or some kind of clear coaty crap on their lanterns, and they just look soaking wet and they look awful. I don't like the look. I mean, technically their lanterns are treated and sealed up, but they look like crap. All right. Found us a very nice D-Lite globe. Now we can start doing a little assembly here. I see no reason why we wouldn't throw this beauty right back in there. Yes. Nice vintage wick right back in there. Bada boom. And I do have our little tabs pushed back down. Here, get us locked in. Click. Nice. All right. We got wick action. I just like to make sure it looks nice and straight. There we go. Get that. Make sure our lock knobbies here are lock knobbing. There we have it. Yeah. One last bit. Filler cap. Boom. Very nice. 103-year-old Dietz D-Lite. And a nice vintage globe in there. Nice. With the old patent marks on it. Actually, this has actually got a patent 12423 patent on it. And this was made in 23. How appropriate is that? Isn't that great? Okay. Now, let's come on down here and take a look. There we have it. We do a lot of D-Lites here on the channel, I know, but I'm in Dietz country. The reason I keep, doing, videos of, same types of land, but they all have different problems. So what we're learning here is how to fix their problems and get them all cleaned up and looking nice and get things working. And I have a number of other D-Lites coming up. I have, oh man, yeah, I got like 4 other D-Lites that I'll be doing this winter. Trying to space things out here so we're not overwhelmed with, like all Dietz or all Embry or all CT Ham. You get what I'm trying to say. All right, well, folks, here we have it here. This is the first lantern project of 2026. Here we have it here. A D-Lite. And it's a beauty. Folks, thank you so much for stopping by the lab here. And as usual, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.